Hello YouTube. Hello. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. As you can see, well, for one, it's water change day, but they're together. Cowboy has made it out of quarantine, and I didn't think it until like the last minute that I had to put something in here to kind of change the scenery of the tank. And I had this plant, or this silk plant, left over from when I initially bought this big, or had this big beauty, when we were initially buying stuff for her, you know, in that whole research process. But yeah, so he's in here, just something to kind of change like that line of sight and, you know, get everybody focused on something else. The bubbles you see are just like air bubbles from the tank because I just changed the water. So sorry about the reflection as well. But yeah, I think everybody's doing nicely. Everyone is doing well and adjusting. I do think he's male, just because he's a little narrower in the body type than the other two, even though him and the youngest one, well, even though him and her are like the same size. I don't know. I think he's male. We'll just go with that. If I ever see some chasing, that'll confirm it. I haven't seen any breeding stars or anything on him. It's a pretty warm day out, so I actually turned the air on in the house so the tank doesn't get too warm. It's sitting at like 71, kind of tinkering into that little 75, but I kind of want it to stay, you know, I don't want it to be 75. So I turned the AC on, hopefully, and turned off the light, the bigger light in my room. So hopefully that'll give them a chance to stay comfortable. You know, it's not quite summer yet, and it's been doing that back and forth thing with the weather. So I didn't want to just turn air off and let outside do what it's going to do, because then the house will heat up pretty fast. So yeah. And then, so you guys know we started with 2 fish when I quarantined. This little one right here. We had him and a calico fantail that did not make it through the quarantine process because of a really bad infection. So when we were at we went today to get like some supplies. I needed like more aquarium salts. I needed some more prime. Just, you know, had to re-up on a few things, and we could not help ourselves. We saw this little one there who is acclimating. Now, this quarantine tank has been completely cleaned out. The sponge filter has been cleaned out, you know, scrubbed down, sanitized. I did not like sanitize the sponge filter because I wanted to leave some of that beneficial bacteria. But look at that coloration on him, or her. I think it's female. Isn't she beautiful? And it's kind of similar, not identical, but similar to the last fish. And I love that there's some matte and some metallic on this fish. And my daughter saw him and was like, Mommy. My daughter saw him and was like, Mommy, is that Sprinkles? That's what she named the last fish. So we went on and brought her home. So Sprinkles 2.0. So right now it's just aquarium salt. I decided not to heavily dose the tank as I did before because I'm just kind of leery of it, honestly. So we've got aquarium salt in there now. And we'll just, I'm gonna do that for a month, and then once, you know, that month has gone by, then I'll do the meds, just because I want to keep the beneficial bacteria that's in there on that sponge right now. I don't want to lose that beneficial bacteria, so I figure I'll do those meds at the tail end to try to help there be as little shock and stress as possible. So yeah, we got a new baby. Praying that this goes well. So send some positivity my way, you guys. So yeah, but these 3 look really good. They're getting along. Cowboy looks like he's acclimating to company very well. So good things, good things.